Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. It's 2 minutes after 8:30, and I don't want to keep you guys too long. I'm going to try to make this fairly short. I tend to talk a lot, but I am so excited to come to you guys and talk to you about something I am extremely passionate about tonight. First of all, my name is Laura Ferguson. I am a Sapphire ambassador with Plexus. I'm very blessed to be here with you guys tonight and talk about follow-up and closing the deal with your prospects. It's something I am extremely passionate about and something that I have used in my business since I started 3.5 years ago that I feel like has really helped in my success in my business. And I don't feel like I could have done it without this follow-up process. So I'm hopefully be able to help all of you guys tonight answer your questions about follow-up and help you in your businesses. So as you guys know, we have something that happened that's really exciting. And it is this, our new pink drink. So if you don't have it yet, if you don't have your hands on this yet, guys, we're sitting on a gold mine. This stuff is amazing. And, you know, we're going to talk about follow-up tonight, but if this is one thing that I have been doing over the past 2 and 3 weeks since I've had this stuff is sending out samples. I've given away an entire bag and a half of this pink drink. So I've given away about 45 samples to people. And so that has been really big for me. And so what do you do? What do you do after you give away a sample to somebody? What do? You follow up with them, right? If you are giving out samples to people, 3-day trials, 7-day trials, if you're just sending them a sample, because that's what I recommend, if you're just sending them a sample and you're not following up with them afterwards, guys, that's not good. You've got to follow up with your prospects. There is a statistic, and I'm sure that you've seen the graph, that 48% of people in sales never follow up with their prospects. Never follow up with them. But this is why that's such a big deal. Let me tell you why that's such a big deal. Because 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. Guys, I have proof. I have proof that I have contacted. I have an example I'm going to tell you guys at the end, and it's pretty incredible. But I have proof that I have people that I have talked to that I have followed up with 5, 6, 7. Y'all, I have somebody that I followed up with 14 times before she bought from me. 14, I counted them before I got on the call. 14 times before she said yes. She was very skeptical. It's somebody I had to answer a lot of questions, and we're going to go through step by step how you do that. And how, you know, it's not about sales. This is about a relationship. It's relationship marketing. And if you are being salesy in your follow-up, that's not good either. So I'm going to give you guys tips tonight on how to not be salesy, because we are in relationship marketing, and these are people that you have relationships with and that we want to continue that relationship even when they join as a customer or they join your team, which is our goal. Okay. So we want to keep those relationships. So I'm going to tell you guys that story of that girl that I thought, don't let me forget. If I forget, y'all remind me of that girl that I followed up with 13 times and kind of the steps I took with that. I don't know if you guys have read the network marketing book that we all recommend when you start your business, but it's by Sarah Robin, and it's not Rock Your Network Marketing Business. It's one of my favorite network marketing books. And in her book, she talks about go for no, basically. And she talks about people that tell you no when you follow up with them. Did you guys know that no just means not right now? I have actually had people that have told me no several times, not just one time, but several people that have told me no that have come back as a customer or joined my team, okay? For one thing, I'm not going to stop posting on Facebook, and I don't ever take people off my list. Unless they unfriend me, I don't take people off my list. My team asks me all the time. I'm going to mute out again. My team asks me all the time. They're like, well, when's enough? Like, when do you stop following up? Well, you don't. unless they like unfriend you or like basically tell you, I'm going to unfriend you and block you on Facebook, you don't stop following up. You just keep at it, guys. Listen, your belief in our products and this opportunity has to be so huge that you know that their life is going to be changed, and it will. You know that we have products that people are desperate for. You know that we have an opportunity that they are desperate for. So your belief has to be unshakable. And if you are sending those voice messages, like I highly recommend always, if you are sending those voice messages, I want them to hear your belief in your voice. And I want them to hear, hey, listen, I want you on these products. I want your gut health to be improved like mine has been. I want you to have more energy where you don't have to take naps during the day. You know, whatever it is that you are passionate about, I want you to tell them that, okay? It doesn't have to be long. It can be the 60 seconds that it takes on your voice messenger. I want them to hear the belief in your voice about our products and how they are changing your life. There is nothing more powerful than that. I promise you that. Let's see. So in her book, she talks about going for no. And if somebody has told you no, it means not right now. So I don't know if you guys have heard the coffee thing, but you know, the waitress going around serving coffee, and she asked everyone at the table for coffee. Some people tell her yes. Some people are going to say, no, I don't want coffee. Does that mean they don't want coffee maybe an hour from then? No, it just means they don't want coffee right there. Is she going to get offended? Is she going to stop serving coffee because they told her no, that one or two people told her no? No, she's going to keep serving coffee because there are going to be people that are going to say yes. And she can come around to them 30 minutes later and they might want coffee 30 minutes later, okay? So no just means not right now. You don't ever stop following up with your prospects unless they unfriended you, which I haven't had that happen very often. So that's pretty awesome. But okay, so we have to have belief. So some of the follow-up is going to be different. So we're not being salesy. So every follow-up that you send these people, and I have this example and I'm going to talk about it, but every follow-up is going to be different. Every person is going to be different. So some of the follow-ups that you are going to do are going to be, one's going to be maybe sending a video that you've seen that you feel like could impact them. Let's say they talk to you about, this one girl talked to me about gut health. And so I want to send her a really good gut health testimony. And so maybe I send her a gut health testimony. That's one way that I could follow up with her. Another way you could follow up is an incentive. Guys, Plexus offers incentives. You can offer your own incentives. This one girl that I followed up with, I offered her incentive of a free product 1 month. I said, hey, listen, if you purchase the triplex combo, I will throw in a free bottle of whatever, X Factor or whatever you want to give away. Throw in a free product, give them a percentage off. It doesn't have to be a Plexus wide incentive for you to be able to give an incentive to people. So give them an incentive. That could be a follow-up. If you're still having to follow up with them, some could be events. We have an amazing online event coming up this Thursday, an opportunity online event. I'm so thankful that we do these opportunity events online because it really gives nobody, they don't have an excuse. You know, they can sit in front of their computer, watch an online event, listen about our opportunity and our products, the comfort of their own home, in their pajamas if they want to. They can be a fly on the wall, hear about our opportunity, and that could be a way for you to follow up with a prospect that has kind of been on the fence that you followed up with before, and you really want them to learn about our products and about our opportunity. They can just listen in, comfortable, and nobody even has to know. And they also get entered to win an awesome $50 prize. So what is better than that? I know I use those online opportunity events a ton to follow up with my prospects. So make sure you're doing that. Another thing is, guys, make sure that you have a list of your prospects. When I first started my business, I would use my messenger as my follow-up. I have messages that I have sent people and I'm like, oh, I haven't followed up with her in a while. Make sure that you have an actual list, like on paper or in your phone or however you keep your follow-ups. Make sure you have a list of people. That way you can make notes. And you can say, okay, I followed up with Casey on March 26th, and we talked about this. and you can say what you talked about. Maybe you could say that you invited her to an event or she attended an event. And make sure you're keeping those notes. That way you know what to follow up with and what not to. And I just think notes are critical. I used to run my business from my Facebook Messenger and it just got out of hand. So make sure you have those notes available to yourself. That way you know who you followed up with, who's told you no, and things like that. Yeah, an IPA journal. It's so important, Allison. I love that. So online events, super important. You have one this Thursday, so that is a reason to follow up with your prospects. I want you guys to do that after we get off this training. Send them a testimony they can relate to. I have a girl that I sent Laura Wilkinson's testimony, Olympic gold medalist. You know, she has an amazing testimony about fatigue and how she used to struggle with fatigue. And so I sent her that, and it really helped get her off the fence. So I loved that, and I was able to send her that, and probably within the next follow-up, she was ready to place her order because of the effect that that video had on her and that testimony. It was like the perfect thing. So that's another thing too, is you never know how a video or how what you say is going to affect the person you're talking to. Maybe it's something, maybe you're just not listening enough to them. And asking questions is so critical to helping your prospects get off the fence. What is it that you struggle the most with? What do you feel like our products could help you the most with? What could our opportunity do for your family? What could an extra $100, $200 a month do for your family? Asking those questions are critical, because then it kind of opens up the door for them to say, oh, well, that would do this and this would do this. What do you think? That in that way, you know, you could just send them a video that would really speak to them, or you could, you know, talk to them on Messenger. Whatever, you know, however you feel like you could help them. I thought I was gonna have to mute somebody. Sorry about that. So, let me unmute that. There we go. All right. Sorry for the pause. And guys, listen, we still want to be their friends outside of following up about Plexus. So sometimes a follow-up with them means you're not talking about Plexus at all. Hey, I saw your cute kids on Facebook. I saw that so-and-so Michael had a birthday. He's so cute. I just love seeing your kiddos on Facebook and following you. And I just love seeing all your family pictures. Hope you're having an awesome day. That's it. Like, I didn't mention Plexus one time, you know, but they know that they're on my mind, you know, and I truly care about, you know, what their family's doing. It's not just about me making a Plexus sale. So we're still these people's friends, you know. It's not just about making a sale with us, but it's about truly creating a relationship and actually letting them know that you care about their life and you care about their family. And maybe they just got married or just got engaged, or, you know, celebrated a milestone, maybe an anniversary or something. Make sure that you're being genuine with these people and not just following up with them about Plexus, because that goes a long, long way. A lot of my follow-ups don't have anything to do with Plexus. I just want to know that, you know, how they're doing, and let them know that I care about their life and what they're doing. So there's actually, this is really cool, and I actually got this from Amy Welch, and it's what a lot of the jewels use for follow-up. It's kind of a 5-step process. So I wanted to share that with you guys tonight, and I think it'll be very, very helpful when you're doing your follow-up. So it's kind of a 5-step process. So the first thing that you're going to want to do when you follow up, the very first thing is explain how Plexus has helped you in like 1 to 2 sentences. So for instance, like for me, I would say something like, Plexus is a health and wellness company, and it has helped me so much with my digestive health. The triplex combo has changed my life, and my digestive health will never be the same. And I just feel so grateful for these 3 products. So you could just say something very general in that first message, and just 1 to 2 sentences of how Plexus has helped you. More than likely, when you're following up, you've already told them what Plexus is. You know, they've already asked you that question. So this is just a follow-up to what you've already told them. So it could be your story, just 1 to 2 sentences. Somebody tell me in the chat if I am breaking up at all. Just tell me really quick, because it shows my bandwidth is a little low. Am I okay? Okay. Thank you, Jamie. All right. Perfect. That's number one, 1 to 2 sentences of how Plexus, this could be the most powerful thing that you do for them, is telling them your story. Because I know that our testimonies and what Plexus has done for us personally is the most powerful thing that you can share with your prospects. That's what sells our products, is our story. It's not necessarily like what is contained in the products, like you could tell them what ingredients and all that. Everything is, and have a science background. I don't have a science background. I am not a green personality at all. So my story is how I sell the product. And so make sure you have a story. If you don't have a story yet, get a story. Borrow a story right now if you don't have one, but you need to get your own story, and make sure you're sharing that. Number 2 is ask them what their health goals are. What are your health goals? What do you feel like Plexus could help you the most with? And ask that question. That way it opens it up to them. Like it's all on them. Like what could Plexus help you the most with? And that really helps, like I was saying before in the whole video thing, like you could send them a video on really what could impact them, and share with them what products could help them the most when you ask that question. So that's number 2, ask them their health goals. Number 3, make a product recommendation. I remember you telling me that you struggle with fatigue and you struggle with headaches, daily headaches. I feel like the pink drink could really help you with your fatigue. It has helped me so much with my energy. It helps me not have that afternoon crash, and it's a sustainable energy, all natural products. So I really feel like the pink drink could really help you. Can I send you a sample? And that's kind of the time where you can like sneak in there. I'd love to send you a sample of our pink drink. It is delicious. It's flavored with watermelon, lemon, raspberry, and I would love for you to try it. And normally, guys, I would say about 90% of the time when I send just one sample out, people are like, okay, I love that. I want more. I feel like the trials are good. Like the 3 and 7 day trials are good too, but I feel like there's more expectation with that. I feel like you send them a 3-day trial. They're like, hey, what do I expect in 3 days? What can I have happen to me in 3 days? And it's like, well, I mean, not a whole lot's going to happen in 3 days. That's why I send taste tests. Like, taste it, get back with me, and tell me how much you love it, okay? There's no, like, expectation there. Now, I know a lot of people do the 7-day trials, which I actually love. You throw them in a group. What can you expect in 7 days? And those are wonderful. But it just requires a little bit more work on your part with the expectation part for them. So that's why I just send the one. It's cheaper, send just a 1 packet and get back with them and have them get back with you and let them know how they liked it or whatever. I really like the 1 day sample. And what I do is, let me grab it real quick. So I just send this super cute little pink packet, but like I send like 1 day in my card, and I'll send like a little note with it. Get ready for this to change your life. You can write that on the back with a Sharpie. It's just kind of a little, this exciting little mail for them, just a little taste of what Plexus is, a little bit of a note. What I send is like just a personal note. I really cannot wait to see how much you're going to love the pink drink. Get back to me on how you loved the taste. I send my card with it. Y'all, it works. I'd say 90 to 95% of the time they're messaging me back. And if they're not, what do you think I'm going to do? Follow up. Keep a running list of those people that you're sending samples to. That way you can follow up. Where do I get the pink packages? Amazon.com. Just search packaging, pink packaging, I think is what I searched. And I have them in 3 different sizes. These are the smallest ones. And then I have the medium ones that fit like the little brochures in that we received. And then I also have the bigger ones that I can send product and stuff into. So I love those little pouches. I love the pink too. Number 4, that was number 3, product recommendations. Number 4 is encourage questions. Encourage them to ask you questions. I am here for any kind of questions you might have. And I recommend that you ask me as many questions as you want, because I want to get you on the right regimen and I want you feeling better. So I want you to ask me as many questions as you want. So yeah, questions are huge. And it really shows that you care. that you care about what they're talking about, and be an active listener. Like really listen to what they're saying. Don't just kind of flippantly be like, oh, I don't know about that. Like really listen to what they're saying, and from what they tell you, that way you know what you need to send them and what you need to say next. So questions are huge. So that was number 4, encourage questions. Number 5 is how to purchase the products. So you're gonna tell them how they're gonna purchase. And the very last thing you're going to do is send them your website. The reason you don't send them your website at the beginning is our website can be a little bit overwhelming for people when they're first like seeing it. So like that's the last thing you want to do is say, this is how you can purchase, and it's step by step, and this is my website, and this is what I recommend, and they can kind of go on and kind of see the pricing and stuff like that. But if you send it to them right away, I feel like they're going to be like, oh, that's a little overwhelming for me. I don't know if I need that right now. So you're building the relationship, you're having them, you're doing your sentence, your short sentence, how it's helped you, you're asking them their health goals. This is all very personal. We're building a relationship. Remember, you're giving them a product recommendations, you're having them ask you questions. That is so important. And the very last thing you do is how you can purchase the products and give them your website. So those are the 5 steps in the follow-up process. I think they're very powerful, and I love it because, guys, listen, it works. I promise you. Been using it for, I don't even know, 2.5 years, 3 years now, and it works. So use that 5-step follow-up process because I know that it will help you in your business. Okay, so that was follow-up, all the things on follow-up. Now this is where the grit comes in. This is where it really is important. And this is where a lot of people struggle, and that is in closing the deal. The book that I mentioned at the beginning, Jenny, is Rock Your Network Marketing Business by Sarah Robbins. Hope that helped. Okay, so closing the deal. Guys, the number 1 most important thing that you're going to do, ask for the sale. A lot of people skip over that. They're like, why didn't I ask for the sale? I gave them all this information, had them ask questions. I gave a product recommendation, and the number 1 thing I missed was to ask for the sale. We have to ask for the sale. And guys, listen, you can do it in a non-salesy way, but you have to do it with positive language. You can't say things like, well, the X Factor vitamin might help you if you order it, or it could help you. No, assuming is what you use, an assumption basically. Like you're assuming that they've already purchased it basically. So, and the thing is, if you're wishy-washy with how you talk, they're going to know. And they're going to feel that. Like if you do this, if you join my team, or when you join my team, you have to use language that is going to get them to purchase. I am so excited. When you get these products in your hands, you are going to feel so good when you start on the triplex combo. So you're just assuming they're going to purchase from you. When you start on the triplex combo, you are going to feel amazing. I cannot wait for you to start on your journey. So you have to ask for the sale. So can we get you started on your journey today? How can we get you started? Like, ask for it. Tell them that you're ready. I am so ready for you to start your Plexus journey. I'm so excited for you to start on these products and start feeling better. That's it. Like you leave it there, like, and then you wait for what they say. They say something like, and most of the time this really does work. Most of the time they're going to say like, I'm really excited too. I can't wait to start too. And you might get crickets. Like that's the thing that's so hard about it, is you might get silence. This happens too. And silence doesn't mean they're saying no. Silence just means they're not thinking about it, Plexus, as much as you are. So you don't stop following up, even if you get silence. You just keep going. But you have to ask for the sale, and you have to assume that they are going to purchase from you. You cannot be wishy-washy. So in the silence thing, when you get silence, One thing that I think is really important when you're doing your follow-up is you're going to invoke a question. So basically, when you're talking to them on a message, either if it's voice messenger or you're sending them a message on your phone, like just typing it out, I want you to end with a question. I'm so excited for you to start the triplex combo. What product are you most excited about that we talked about? That leaves a question. Like, you just ask them a question. What product are you most excited about? What are you most excited about starting? That's it. Like, you ask them a question and they really almost have to respond to you, because you just asked them what they're most excited about. What product are you most excited about? How do you feel like our conversation, like when you talked about, like you asked them, like you gave them product recommendations, what product are you most excited about starting? Or maybe you were talking about the opportunity with them. What do you feel like could help you the most with Plexus and the compensation plan and what we talked about? How do you feel like Plexus, our opportunity, could help you the most? So end your follow-up with a question to get them engaged, like to get them to answer you, because that could be one of the most powerful things. Because if you're just, in talking, maybe it's not engaging them enough. So ask a question and invoke that conversation. I think that's really, really important. Let's see. I already said ask for the sale. I think that's really important in closing the deal. So I wanted to tell you guys, I told y'all I was going to give you guys an example of what I've done. And this girl, I'm not even kidding, I followed up with her 14 times. She was extremely skeptical. She is my preferred customer now, but she pretty much told me no several times. And I had several messages going back and forth. I did everything in our 5-step process, y'all. I did everything. I gave her a product recommendation at first. I sent her videos. I sent her the Laura Wilkinson video because she had asked me questions about how she doesn't really understand, why she needs a supplement for energy and things like that. She feels like she works out enough. And she didn't feel like she needed our products to help her with energy. And so Laura Wilkinson's testimony, if you guys have seen it, is all about how, she's an Olympic gold medalist. She's an Olympic diver. And, she has 3 kids and she was suffering so much with fatigue. So I sent her testimony. And within like probably an hour or 2, she was messaging me back and she said, wow, that was powerful. So it just depends on what they're looking for. And that was the 13th contact. When I sent her that video, it was the 13th. And then the next one was how she could purchase. So that's a great example of never, ever giving up on people, because I'm telling you guys, people need what we have. They're just waiting to understand why they need it. And everybody's going to be different, but that's why those questions that you ask and what you say to them is so powerful, and what you ask them is so powerful, because you're really listening to them. You're really, wanting to know what their objections are, basically. Maybe they have objections. She had an objection. She didn't understand why that she needed a health supplement to help her with energy. What made our products different than all the other products out there? And so you are going to send them what they need to hear. Everyone is different. And that's why those questions are so important. You know what? I will post the 5 steps onto my team page if you're on Team Ferguson. And I'll also post them to Team Icon Horse. That way you guys will have the 5 steps. I have them all written down. And that way, you can reference them really quickly. So I will do that for you guys for sure. Let's see. Like I said, if you get a no, don't ever give up, because people, I'm telling you right now, people will tell you no and they will come back and they'll see a Facebook post. I had one girl say, I didn't even know that you had products to help with nail growth and hair growth. I thought it was all about like losing weight. So I made an X Factor post. She had no idea that we had a multivitamin. So people will come back that were skeptical about the whole maybe weight loss part of it, because sometimes, like in the beginning, that's kind of all we marketed for. and they don't really understand the health side of it. So she came back and she ended up purchasing the X-Backer and the pink drink from me, and it ended up being a really good customer of mine. So that's really great. Overcoming objections is really important too. Like what's holding them back from purchasing, you can ask them tons of questions and figure out what it is that's holding them back from saying yes to you. Maybe it's the price. Maybe they don't want to bring it up to you, but they can't afford the whole triplex combo. And that's what you've been recommending to them. Maybe you could scale it back and say, you know, if I could get you on any of the products for you to try, it would be our probiotic. The probiotic has changed my life, and I would love to get you on at least one of the products to start with. And maybe that's it. Maybe it's a price objection. And it's just something that they've hesitated because they don't want to spend $130 a month, but they could spend $30 a month on the probiotic. And then of course you can work them up to 2 products and then 3 products. Once they have their belief in that probiotic, then they'll start other products. So maybe that's their objection. Find out what their objections are. I have some people that I've followed up with, they've told me, well, I talked to my husband. Husbands can be an objection, just to let you guys know. My husband was an objection at the beginning. He did not want me to sign up. I had worked with 6 different MLM companies, and he told me absolutely not at the beginning. And he was one of my objections. My husband was. So they can have any kind of objection. You just do not know. So find out what that objection is. That way you can nip it in the bud and really help them with that objection. Another thing that is so important that you really, really don't want to do is you don't want to sound desperate when you're talking to people, when you're following up. Especially when we have things like what we just had, the big incentive in April, where, we were following up with people like crazy, and we were like, okay, come on, I don't want you to purchase on Friday. I want you to purchase tonight. And you're kind of desperate sounding, like you're like, okay, if you purchase, I will give you, $100. I'll send it to your account right now. No, I'm just kidding. But you can't sound desperate because they will know that you're desperate. So you kind of want to take it back. Hey, I am ready to talk to you about this whenever you're available. I'm so excited for you to start. Get back to me when you're ready. And you're going to keep following up, but you don't want to sound desperate. You want to leave them kind of with a hook too. So you want them to know that you love them and you think they're very important and you want to get them on these products, but you also don't want to sound desperate, like you have to have their sale or you have to have them join your team. So you want to definitely hold back if you sound at all desperate. You do not want to sound desperate. Let's see. Already said that. So I said the probiotic. So that's pretty much it. I wanted to keep this to about 30 minutes, and I think I did a fairly good job with keeping it short. I'm usually very talkative. So now I'm going to open it up to questions that you guys might have. So if you do have a question for me about follow-up and closing the deal, what I want you to do is I want you to either unmute yourself or use the chat button at the bottom. And I want you to ask away. Now is the time. If you have a question about this, to ask me. So unmute yourself, give a question, or you can use the chat as well. Let me see if I have any questions. Yeah, I'm going to post the follow-up for sure, the 5 steps. Always be closing. That's right. ABC. Go ahead.
When do you... Hey, Laura, it's Heidi.
Hey, Heidi.
Hi. I got on about 5 to 10 minutes late, so you may have covered this. As far as follow-ups, so when you're following up, what if, like, you send a message, send a voice message, send a video, and there's no response? How frequently do you follow up with those people if there's no feedback from them whatsoever?
That's a great question, Heidi. I think everyone's different, and it depends on why you're following up. So this one girl that I took 14 times, I had a span, and I have her message right in front of me so I can tell you. I had a span from the 1st to the 14th time. It was a 6-week process, basically. So from the first time I messaged her to the time she purchased was 6 weeks.
Okay.
So I give it about 4 to 5 days. And if it's crickets and I haven't heard anything, I'll say something like, hey, I am offering an amazing incentive this weekend, and I want to know if you are interested. And some of them she was completely silent on, like she didn't get back to me at all.
Okay.
And so you just have to continue doing that. Like if it's like, let's say that you send that message after about 4 days and then you still don't hear anything, wait another 3 to 4 days and send another message. And keep that 5-step process in your mind, Heidi, because
Okay.
like I said, don't always use Plexus. You know, you could be very personal and say, hey, I saw that it was your anniversary, you and your husband's anniversary. Happy anniversary. I'm so happy for y'all. And that could get her thinking, oh, I forgot to, she's not thinking about you. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're thinking about her, but she's not thinking about you all the time. She's
Right.
not thinking about Plexus, but you are. But that's usually my time span.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Heidi. Okay, let's see. I've got a few more. This is probably goofy. Okay, Laura Wilkinson's testimony is a video that I believe is posted on Team Eikenhorst. And if it's not, I have it saved. If you want me to send it to you, I for sure can send it to you. It says Jeff C. But yeah, I can send it. It's just a video a testimony that she did at one of the meetings. It's very powerful, but it just talks about her fatigue. And how she doesn't have to drink coffee all day anymore. It's a really powerful video. So I can either post that on Team Eikenhorst or I can send it to you privately. This is goofy. Where do you get your pink mailing envelopes? They posted it above, Sophia. If you go above to the chat, Jamie Sullivan actually posted it. Oh, wait. Did she post about the envelopes or the book? Oh, she posted about both. Premium shipping envelopes, padded envelopes. Yeah. She posted them above. If you can see those.
Okay, I'll look into it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's see. What is
question?
Sure, go ahead.
This is my name's Kara. I've only been doing this for about probably about a month.
Okay.
And I've been having a lot of issue with I've been following up. I've been asking them what their hesitations are. I've done the videos, sent them videos. I've sent them the links and talked to them about the I'm trying to think of the word, the meetings that we do like on Thursday nights.
Uh-huh.
I've done all that and I'm still not getting anywhere.
Okay.
Like anywhere. And then the ones that I do have that are like, yeah, I'm excited about it too, and all this other stuff, and I follow back up with them, well, hey, when do you want to order? And they're like, well, I don't have any money right now. It'll have to be later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's usually always some type of objective. Now, let me ask you this. And what was your name again? I'm sorry.
Kara.
Oh, Kara. Okay. Kara, have you shared your personal testimony with them? Like what the products have done for you?
Personally, like talking to them personally, I have.
Yeah.
But as far as like posting it on Facebook, I haven't.
Well, this is probably what I am like, just what I'm getting, just I'm talking to you, is that maybe their belief in what you're sharing with them is not there yet. So maybe they just need to hear more from you. Posting on Facebook is 95% of the reason that I've been successful in my business. Posting on Facebook is critical because the cool thing is, Kara, is they're going to see your journey that way. Like they're going to see what Plexus is doing for you. Even though you shared it with them privately, they are seeing your belief that you are sharing something that you truly, truly believe in. So make sure that they have their belief in what you are trying. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Okay.
It does.
Okay, so maybe you share your quick testimony with them. Send a voice recording message. I seem to think that those work the best because they can hear your excitement in your voice. And I've heard this because I used to work for a day spa. This is so funny, y'all. But when you talk, smile. So when you talk on a voice message, make sure you're smiling because it makes you sound more excited. I know it's silly. But when I used to answer the phones, I would say, "Good morning, Urban Retreat. How can we help you?" And you smile when you talk. It's weird. It's kind of a weird thing, but it really does work because they can kind of hear that you're excited in your voice.
Okay. And you mentioned about, the people who are saying they don't have, like, it's too expensive. That's the biggest thing that I'm getting. It's too expensive. I can't afford that.
Yes.
How do I overcome that issue?
Okay, so when I said it at the end, but basically I would tell them we have at least one product that I promise you that you can get on. And the cost objection to me is a simple thing because you could say something like, listen, what do you do daily that you could invest in your health? Is it like, for me, it was a Starbucks run every day. Like I was spending $4 to $5 on coffee every day, or maybe it was a Coke, going to a convenience store and getting a Coke, or fast food restaurant. What is it that you're willing to give up for your health? Because Plexus, the triplex combo, costs $4 a day. So $4 a day, what are you willing to give up for your health for $4 a day? And when you put it that way, it doesn't sound expensive. Like, they're like, oh, well, maybe I could afford $4 a day if I stopped going to Chick-fil-A, or if I stopped going to Starbucks, or if I stopped going to the convenience store and getting my Coke every day. So put it to them that way. Break it down in $4 a day for the triplex combo, and then they'll be like, well, what is it that I could give up to invest in my health?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. No problem. Okay, we have some more messages here. Here we go. Already answered that one. I have a friend who suffers from migraines, and she tried the old Slim and made them worse. What would you recommend? The new Slim. Yeah, with headaches, migraines, I feel like the probiotic is one of the key products for that. In helping with your gut health, it really helps with headaches as well. Because they say 80% of what happens in your gut also happens in your brain. So I feel like if they maybe started on the probiotic, that could really help them with their headaches. Yeah, migraines for sure. I know Heather King has if you wanted to reach out to Heather King, I don't even know if she's on here, Rhiannon, but if you wanted to reach out to her, I know she has an amazing migraine testimony, and you can maybe ask her what products have helped her the most with that. But I know that ProBio 5 helps with migraines for sure. Gave a sample and she got hives sensitive to stevia. Now what? Okay, so you gave a sample and she was sensitive to stevia, and she's afraid to try anything else. Well, I mean, if that was the only ingredient that she was sensitive to, stevia is not in any of our other products. And so maybe you could have her try the ProBio and BioCleanse. It depends too, Crystal, like what her health goals are. That's why those questions are so important. What are your health goals? Let's get you on a product that can really help you. But you need to find out from her what her health goals are first. But yeah, if she's allergic to stevia, that's not in any of the other products but the pink drink. And if she just tried one, it could have just been a coincidence. Like it could have been something else she was on to. At what point do you warn people about detox? That's actually a really great question. My husband asked me this the other day, and we signed a new ambassador up. And he was like, well, do I tell them about detox right away? I think you tell them when you're giving them the instructions. You want to be very honest with people up front and when they sign up, and just say, listen, most people feel this. They feel amazing in the first week. I want you to notice the non-scale victories. I want you to notice how you're feeling, the energy. But I also want you to know that some people do experience detox in the first week or two, depending on who you are. Could be shorter, could be longer, don't know. But you could experience things like headaches, loose stools, and just kind of go through the detox things with them after they sign up, with those instructions that you give them on how to take the products. And go through it then, and then in that way, when you tell them, they're not shocked that they have a little bit of a headache the first week, or they have a little bit of loose stools. Honestly, detox is a good thing if they're experiencing detox, because it means that their body was sick and their body is healing. So make sure that you do tell them when you're giving them their instructions on how to take the products. That's when I send it to them. Does that answer your question, Nicole? Okay. BioCleanse is huge for headaches too. Magnesium makes a difference. Yes. Probiotic and BioCleanse are both really big for that. That's why the triplex combo to me is my number one seller. I sell it about 95% of the time, the triplex combo. Someone who is allergic to sulfur. No, I don't think we have any type of that in our products. I think you're good on that. You're welcome, Crystal. Y'all are funny. Y'all know I'm not a green personality, so y'all are asking me all about the products. Y'all are doing that on purpose, aren't y'all? Y'all are trying to get me. All right, awesome. Well, let's see. If y'all have any more questions, go ahead and unmute yourself if you want. Talk. Don't be afraid to talk. I've been talking the whole time. I'm getting a little. I need to take a.
Hi.
Hey.
I have a friend who tried one Slim and she didn't even finish it because she got a headache and some bumps on her legs. She is allergic to trees and some grass and stuff. Says she didn't do anything outside, but thinks it was the Slim, and she's already looking for something that's kind of a quick fix, and totally unsure now. So I did go into a bit of a detox, but that's usually more within the first 2 weeks and everything. But what's the best way for me to follow up with this? Because she's already just so kind of fighting against me at this point now.
Yeah. I think just to tell her that we do have other, if she feels like that, it could have easily been other things. You can maybe ask her what else, that she was like maybe in the yard or something that day. I don't know.
Okay.
But maybe follow up with her and ask her, share the other products with her. You know, we have so many products.
I did go into the ProBio, but she doesn't like any type of pills.
Nice. Some people you just have to bless and release. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I did tell her though that like a lot of people for their kids will put it in yogurt before bed and everything. So I'm trying,
You
but
can open all of our capsules up. So that's really not an excuse that she doesn't take pills, because like I have my children, my 7-year-old takes the probiotic every night. And I just mix it in whatever, yogurt or whatever.
Okay.
So that's really no excuse, because yeah, you can mix it. I have a customer that's fixing to order, and she's going to order it for her family of 4, and none of them take pills. So that's, I mean, just it proves that our products are worth trying if 4 people are willing to open up the pills and pour it in something.
okay.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to bless and release some people, guys. I mean, you're not going to please everyone. You know, we don't sell a magic product. You know, our products work for 94% of the people, okay? And you're going to have 6% that are just going to be a pain in the rear, okay?
Yeah.
Just say that. You know, in my doing this for 3.5 years, there are just some people that just are just going to be like that. My cousin's one of them. I had to unfriend him on Facebook. He makes fun of me all the time. That's fine. You're still my cousin. I'll still talk to you. You're not going to believe in Plexus, and I'm not going to try to make you believe in it. I think one day he'll get on the products because he's very unhealthy, but whatever. I just follow up by posting on Facebook.
Okay.
Sometimes that can be your follow-up. You use Ease Cream along the hairline if they're currently suffering a migraine. Yes, y'all, the Ease Cream is amazing for headaches. It's good for cramping. It's good for muscle aches, joint pain. Guys, if you are not using that Ease Cream, I highly, highly recommend it. It is so awesome. And my daughter gets headaches every now and again. She does much better now that she's on the probiotic. But she'll get headaches, and I'll just have her lay on my lap, and I'll rub the Ease Cream on her head and like her temples, and it really helps her. So I highly recommend you guys ordering that. It is such an awesome product. Yeah, it is okay to bless and release.
Can I ask something?
Sure, of course.
I have 2 questions.
Okay.
The first one, you talked about something that helps nail growth and hair growth.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been on heart medicines for like 16 months, and I'm losing my hair like rapidly.
Okay.
And very, very thin. I've just started really being faithful in doing my products the last 2 months, and I think that I'm getting a little bit of new growth. But what products do you recommend to them for that?
X Factor.
Okay, that's what I'm taking, and that's what I thought.
X Factor 2 a day with my pink drink. I take it every morning. I have not been able to grow my hair like this since high school. My hair usually is not this long. It's never this healthy. I'm a nail biter. So I do have acrylic nails on. I'm not going to sit here and like pretend like these are well, they are my nails, but I have a little bit of gel over them. But I will say when I first started, I didn't have nails like this, but I will say that it makes your nails so much stronger and longer. I know so many people that tell me that they never had nails, and then all of a sudden they start on X Factor and their nails are growing and hair growth. Y'all, it's so good for that. And I am just praying for you because I know that it's going to help your hair growth for sure.
Well, I've always had really thick hair, and it's really upsetting. I'm close to getting a wig. And would you tell me again the book by Sarah Robbins?
Rock Your Network Marketing Business. And if I had it here, I would hold it up. I've given away all my network marketing books to my team. I don't have it. But yeah, it's Rock Your Network Marketing Business. You can find it on Amazon.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate your help.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Does anybody else have any questions?
Yes, Laura, I have a question.
Go ahead.
It's Stacy.
Hey, Stacy.
So you know how you send testimonies and stuff to people?
Yep.
Is there like a list that you know of going around that was like, all right, if they have bad headaches, they need to see Heather Keys, and then like the link to that, or if they suffered from gut health, go to this person. Is there a list of that?
Well, we have a group. I know Melissa started. It's called Let's Get Healthy. Team Eichenhorst. Okay, that group is amazing. You can add any of your prospects to that group, and you can tag them in testimonies. That's the number one thing I would have you do, is add your prospects to that group, because they can go in and look and read any testimony they want on, gut health, migraine testimonies, diabetes testimonies. Another resource that I love to use is YouTube. So just go to YouTube and you just type in at the top Plexus migraines or Plexus and gut health, and you will see many testimonies come up.
And then I can just share that. And on the new page that for Team Eichenhorst, what's that called again?
Let's Get Healthy.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
I can save any of those and share those on my wall.
You can share them. You can share them privately. They can't be shared on your public wall because they're not compliant. But you can share them privately with your prospect. So you can copy and paste one and send it to them privately.
Yeah, I think the videos help a lot more because you see people's face expressions and really, truly everything.
Love the videos. I think the videos speak volumes. I love the videos. Okay,
thank you.
You're welcome. Which buying way should you suggest if they want to order just one product? Yeah, that's a great question. I always recommend preferred. I don't have anybody purchase retail because everybody wants a discount. And so 10% off if they purchase preferred. And the other reason is you get a bonus for it. So if they order the ProBio 5, you're getting $5 back. So they get 10% off, and you get that cash goes in your pocket. So always recommend them purchase preferred. I don't ever recommend retail. And the other reason is they get a 60-day money-back guarantee. If they're not happy in 60 days, they can return it for a full refund. There is no risk involved for them signing up as a preferred customer. And they can join your team even, wholesale pricing. And, if somebody's talking about pricing and that they're worried about price, guys, we have trainings that we've done about how they can get their products for free. So maybe they're desperate for this opportunity, and that's something that you need to talk to them about, is the opportunity and how they can make extra money for their family and they can get their products paid for. So that's something that you could bring up if people are objective about price. That was
Laura, I have the book.
Oh, perfect. Who is this?
Sophia.
Hey, Sophia. Okay, there's the book. Thank you so much. You're awesome.
Also, just wanted to, I didn't get her name, but I also had a mild heart attack, and I just wanted to recommend the Mega X for the heart.
Yes.
I was able to get off of 8 of my medications. This was one of the things that got me off of it. So I just wanted to share that with the lady who had the heart issues.
Thank you for bringing that up. Oh my goodness, Sophia, you are.
Thank you. That's what I'm fixing to try next, Sophia. I appreciate it. It's Donna.
Okay. Thank you, Donna.
Oh, y'all are awesome. Oh my gosh, Mega X has pretty much saved my grandma's life. So I'm so glad that you brought that up, because she had an aortic dissection a year and a half ago, and she's been taking that product for a year, and she feels amazing now. And she's 80. She'll be 85 this year. So thank you so much for bringing that up. Really appreciate that.
No problem.
Which buying way should you? Oh, you already answered that. Okay, sorry. I'm repeating myself. Any more questions, guys? We're good? Let's see. Oh, you're welcome. Thank y'all for being on.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And it's recorded. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording since we're done, but it is recorded. So I will have the